Good evening, gentle listener, and welcome to Impressionable, an Allen production. This week, Hunter says the Titanic didn't sink, Raven says that the sun isn't real, and Allen believes all of it. Yes! It's time for The Earth is Flat. So sit back, prepare to have an impression left on you, and enjoy the show. Hey guys, welcome back to the world's #1 podcast. Do not fact check that. Impressionable, everyone's listening to us. We're actually blowing up.
That's true.
This is the podcast, the only podcast, where one person hosts, two people compete for points, and since I won the last episode,
Lick my nutsack.
-1 point for Nick. And since I won last time,
I feel misled.
I'm hosting this one. I got my contestants here, Hunter and Nick. What's poppin', my home slices? What's going on?
Not much, you know.
Yeah.
I talked to the military police today.
No one cares, Nick.
I care.
Oh,
What'd you say to
okay.
them?
Well, actually, I was the one that called them
Why?
because I watched an accident happen in front of me, and then the guy just drove away.
Hit and run.
Did you get his license and registration?
Well, what exactly happened was, it was some kind of like wrecker. It's basically, imagine a really big green truck with like 10 wheels and carrying a trailer. They popped a curb on like my street where my barracks are, and the trailer snags onto a light pole, and the guy just keeps going. And he just like rips the light pole out of the ground with concrete, and he just drives away. And I'm just watching it happen. I'm like, should I call someone? Should I drive away? Or after like a minute of contemplating, I was like, fuck it. So I just dialed 911. I was like, I have an accident to report. And then I talked to the MPs, and it was fine. And I just gave a witness statement.
That's kind of boring.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of boring.
That's kind of cool.
And well, another update. The Army is making it very difficult for me to want to re-enlist. Funny enough. Well, apparently for my MOS, we are so overstrength, which means there's just a lot of people in my job that the Army doesn't want me to stay in this job because there's so many. So the current options I have with being the grade and rank I am is I can either extend to stay here for like another 3 years, or I reclass, which I really don't want to do either of those options, or I just go to airborne school and then I have no clue what happens to me afterwards.
I think that you should give up on your hopes and dreams in the Army and come back and be a policeman.
Yeah, because that went so
I have
well for
hated
Hunter.
it.
Look, I'm just waiting on the jail to get back with me on being a corrections officer, and then I'm gonna, after I like do a year through that, I'm gonna go retry that.
I didn't know you did that.
Oh, surprise!
Yeah, well,
Alan, I did
there's
that.
a thing that I'm currently doing, so I don't have to go down any of the routes, and I get to actually have like a fair re-enlistment. Is I'm going to the board way earlier than I would want to, and I only have like a week to study. And yeah, it's not gonna be fun because it feels pretty early to be picking up sergeant, but I kind of don't have much of a choice, because if I do pick it up, then my re-enlistment, I get to actually have a say in everything. But
Good. So just be a sergeant then.
Yeah.
yeah, you see, I feel like I'd be a great sergeant, but it's passing the board that's the problem.
Just pass the board.
Yeah, you see, I wish I could guarantee that, but the amount of things that you've got to memorize and know is insane. Like, I want you both to do something for me. Look
Okay.
up on Google. Look up the NCO Creed Army. That's just one of the things I need to memorize verbatim. I'm only halfway, like, through memorizing it after day 2.
Oh, easy.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen way worse.
I have to, dude. I was in theater.
I'm not even in theater
Yeah.
and I've seen worse.
Yeah, I know.
Bro, just put it into like a song, and then memorize that song, and then bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, dude. I know you know how to write music.
It's not possible for me.
Bro, there's
think I
ways
know
of
how to make
memorizing
music?
this very easily.
You want to know what I've been doing to memorize it? It's
Just
got me
reading
about
it over and
halfway
over
through.
again.
That, and I found a video on YouTube of somebody just saying it, and I've
Why don't-
listened to him, and then I say it along with him for like 3 hours
Why don't
straight
you
now.
also like write it down for memory?
You see, I would. And I did attempt to do that, but I was just like, there's a lot of words.
That's why I know the different types of hypoxia.
I really should write it down, honestly.
You should. Writing
I'll
helps
definitely
you
be doing that. Yeah, it does. I will be doing that this weekend.
Bro,
But I've also got to do
Okay, I'll
so
tell
much
you
more
about that
knowledge
next
stuff. But I'll just pass along my,
I
small
had to
talk, I guess.
unload a 60-piece furniture truck today.
Am I supposed to be impressed or?
Yeah,
like,
because it was like beds, dressers, nightstands,
You should feel lucky.
But it's only
dining
60.
tables.
You should feel lucky.
Dude, it was crazy.
Dude. I couldn't even work today. I was clocked in all day. I'm a DoorDash
With
driver.
DoorDash?
I was clocked in all day. I didn't get a single offer.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Because they fucking hate me.
Bro, it was a nice
Does
day
it not go out
today.
to, like, if you're on the clock for DoorDash, does it not go out to everyone that's like also on the clock?
What do you mean?
How does that work? Does like if someone puts in an order for food, does every DoorDasher in the area gets like a ping of, hey, this is what this person requested, and it's just first come first serve, or what?
There's like a algorithm that sends it to the most optimal dasher for that offer, and they can accept or decline it. If they decline it, it goes to the next one, and it raises the pay slightly.
I mean,
Oh.
Lebanon Dispatch is hiring if you want to be dispatch.
Hey, you could be a
Ooh.
911 dispatcher.
Ooh.
22 an hour.
You see,
$22 an hour
That's
sound
actually
pretty
good.
good.
that is
hour.
actually pretty good. And I could do that, or I could stay basically unemployed.
Are you even drawing unemployment?
I'm
At
technically
this point, you should just
employed.
file employment.
I
Yeah, you might get paid more if you do that,
honestly probably would.
which is crazy to say.
Well, that's just the society we're in.
True.
I've made $20 this week.
I would say apply to Big Lots again because, we are hiring again, kind of, but I wouldn't because we are making, or our starting out pays like $8 an hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and honestly, I'm managing fine right now, so
Yeah.
that's a problem for
That's what
later.
you
What's
think.
the worst that could happen?
Yeah. You just
We'll just push
Go
that
bankrupt.
off to next
Money
year.
has never solved any problems. Let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly.
if anything, money just causes problems.
Exactly. I should
This is
just
true.
I should get rid of all of my money.
Dude, you should like find a field somewhere, a forest, something like that. Go off the
You
grid.
should just give all your money to Hunter.
Or you can
and
do that.
me.
That works too.
No, actually,
Mainly me, because I'm the broke one.
no. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna withdraw every penny that I own, and it's gonna all be in pennies. I'm gonna load it up in my car.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna drive out to the Mojave Desert, off the grid.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna dig a hole. I'm gonna dump them all in there. And I'm gonna bury it and come back.
Why?
What exactly does this accomplish?
Money causes problems.
Yeah, but pennies are about to be worthless.
I mean,
Exactly.
They'll be worth something's one day. One day they'll be worth more than a penny.
Well, I'm helping
When
out
they're
the
rare.
economy by doing this because pennies are stupid, according to the U.S. government.
Bro,
I mean, I'm
Big
kind
Lots
of glad
can't.
that we got rid of pennies.
Big Lots can't
It's really
even order
useless.
pennies anymore.
I
Good.
like penny. I have a penny right here, actually.
I also have a penny right here.
I have a penny behind me.
Mine's a wheat penny from 1942.
Oh, this penny is sticky.
Oh,
I'm putting
my
that
bad,
back on
bro.
the floor where it belongs.
That's gross.
That's
Oh, I have
actually my
another
bad.
wheat penny from 1916.
Why do you got old pennies?
Wait, that actually might be worth
Why don't
something.
you?
I mean, mine was from
Huh?
1982.
Big whoop. I got one from 1776.
Really?
I don't think you do.
because we didn't use. You know what?
Proof?
Never mind.
My great grandfather was George Washington. I'll have you know.
You're only
Your
great
great grandfather.
Your great.
Only my great grandfather.
How old are you?
I'm not here to answer questions, okay? I'm here to play. I'm here to do whatever Alan's theme of the show is.
All right, and that.
Should I down
No.
like an entire
shut up.
thing of melatonin?
Shut up.
before we
Nick
start?
just got.
I just segued.
Yeah, he just got the segue point.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I didn't
sweet.
even know that was a point.
Well, it's. It. You know. You've learned now. It's a point.
Yep.
You should deduct the point from Hunter from not assuming that.
Should I?
I think that's fair.
Hunter, should I?
You know what we say? Fair's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, mine. Okay, minus
Alright.
point. He said it. He wants it.
Look, you can't win them all.
Yeah, it's like I always say. You lose
Except-
some, you lose some more.
Yeah, except I always win.
You lose some,
Like
you
I'll
lose
win
some more.
today.
Second.
And Nick always wins. That's what
I
I
have
say.
a Canadian dime as well.
Did I ask?
You didn't,
Hold on.
but I just felt
Oh,
the
hold
need
on.
to.
I'm trying to. I don't think I
Okay.
asked.
So
Wow, that was pretty rude of you, Hunter.
Anyways, today we are going to be talking crazy, right?
Uh-huh.
oh
Yeah.
wow.
Wow, this is a really good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, we're gonna be talking about conspiracy theories.
Ooh.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna
Uh.
give each of you a conspiracy. We're gonna do this one at a time. So like I'll give Hunter a conspiracy, for example. He is going to try and convince us that it's true, while Nick tries to convince us that it isn't true. Makes sense?
Okay.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay, and
Are those our permanent
Can
roles
we
or what?
use-
No.
Can we
It will
use
stick.
Okay.
outside resources such as Google to help us?
yes, I will give you some time for that if you would like.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay, so I'm gonna spin a wheel to figure out who is going to go first.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'm gonna spin 5 wheels to see who is
Okay.
gonna go first.
Sorry.
Even better.
Are 5 wheels necessary?
Yes,
are.
it's more
Don't
it's
question
more
them.
fair.
I feel like 10 wheels would feel more fair.
I think 10 wheels are not in our budget.
If I could do more wheels, I would.
I think that's an excuse.
No, dude, blame this website. Alright, I'm spinning.
What, wheel.com?
No, wheelofnames.com.
Oh. That was pretty close.
You weren't.
Oh.
Okay, Hunter is getting the first conspiracy.
Okay.
And I'm going against.
Yes,
Okay.
you're going against it. So we're starting off simple here. Hunter, convince us that the Earth is flat.
Oh. Oh, I can do this. Have y'all ever been to space?
I have not personally, but there
Didn't
are
think
people
so.
do have.
I have.
Okay.
Y'all haven't been though. So
I
how
have.
can y'all confirm yourselves that the Earth is round? First off, let me ask y'all
Okay.
why y'all think the Earth is round.
Because it can be scientifically proven.
How?
Flat earthers literally did this, where they got 2 pieces of board, cut out a hole for both, and they set it out like 100 yards from each other at night, and they shined a light.
How do you know they didn't do it wrong?
Because they proved themselves wrong. You can look up the video. It's very well known that they just proved themselves wrong by proving the Earth is round.
Okay.
Because
what
the
if I
curvature
told
of the
you?
Earth affects the bend of light.
What if I told you that Samuel Rao Bothman claimed that a 6-mile stretch of water in the UK showed no curvature? Does that convince you?
No, because 6 miles sounds like a
It's a
lot,
lot
but
of
when we're
miles.
talking about the world,
Uh-huh.
no, it's not a lot of
But shouldn't there
miles.
be a gradual curve throughout those 6 miles?
No, because the world is that big. No.
What do you mean no?
Th-
Do you walk
What?
curved?
He makes a good
No.
point.
What are you? No. No. Hold on.
Are you having to look up why the Earth is round?
No, I am trying to to prove a point here. Okay. So, Hunter, you bring up the water, right? The 6 miles with the English Channel, correct?
Yeah.
Well, I was curious of like how many miles of water until you're able to see the curvature of the Earth.
Okay.
Now, well, it depends on a lot. There's a lot of factors that goes into it. It depends on how high your eyes are above the surface. The Earth's curvature is always there,
Uh-huh.
but you only start to see it over the further the distance is, or from higher elevations.
Mm.
The rule of thumb is the Earth curves away about 8 inches per mile. So that means if it's 1 mile away, it's an 8-inch drop. 5 miles, it's 16.7 feet. 10 miles, 67.7, and so on and so forth. So that means standing at sea level, right?
Yeah.
And let's say the average male is what, 6 foot, something like that.
No, but okay, go on.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pretend I'm the one standing there then, because I'm 6 foot. Horizon is about 3 miles away, right? You won't actually, notice the curvature Earth just looking at the horizon. If you go to a tall building that's over 100 feet tall, the horizon is 12 miles away. It's a subtle change, but you'll notice it. If you go from a mountain that's like 5,000 feet up, the horizon is then 85 to 90 miles away from you. And then the curvature becomes very noticeable over large bodies of water. The higher up, the more noticeable the curvature of the Earth is because, well, guess what? The Earth's round, you fucking idiot.
Okay, so if the Earth is round, how come the oceans are staying on it?
You ever heard of a thing called gravity?
Nope, doesn't work. Because if you pour water on a basketball, it just falls off.
Yeah, because the
And the Earth is
basketball doesn't have
mostly water.
gravity.
Actually,
Are we
technically, the
debating?
basketball does have gravity, just a very small amount.
Yes, it has a very, very small amount, but nothing to affect anything that we would
Look,
see to the naked eye.
gravity isn't real. It's just
Are we
density
debating
and the Earth
gravity, or
politely
are we
accelerating
debating?
upward.
Are we debating
We're
gravity
debating
or
the
the
Earth,
Earth?
but you're saying gravity is the reason, and I'm telling you how gravity isn't the reason because gravity isn't real. It's just density and the Earth politely accelerating upward.
No.
Yes.
No. Gravity is literally
Okay.
based on the density and the size of an object in the universe.
Okay. If the Earth were round, why are all of our maps flat?
Why do we have globes as a map then?
I mean, cereal boxes have mascots on them. That doesn't make them real.
So, I can't tell if at this point you're defending yourself or hurting yourself. Just because that means that's the same thing as you're comparing the cereal box, right, to my globe. I could do the same thing with your map of it being a flat piece of paper.
But people actually use the maps to navigate.
Yeah, and people can use a globe as well.
To navigate?
They can if they so
I
choose.
am not taking a globe with me out to figure out where I need
That's
to
a personal
go
preference,
on
isn't
a
it?
hiking trip. Or if
That's a
I'm going on a
personal
road
preference,
trip,
isn't it?
if I'm going on a road trip, I am not going to sit in the car with a giant globe trying to find the roads.
That's a personal preference now, isn't it?
There's no way you do it either.
Some amount of points was provided.
Okay.
There's going to be a 5-minute timer now.
Okay.
Your time will start once you start actually talking, defending it. Nick, you have to convince us that lizard people run the world governments.
Oh man. Okay.
Don't worry, this is the easy ones. They only get harder.
Yeah, I think it was easier to defend flat Earth than it is lizard people.
That's true.
Yeah, but they get harder. Don't worry.
So, hear me out. Okay?
Yeah.
Statistically, someone is cold-blooded in Congress, right?
Uh-huh.
If you think about it, right? Politicians love warm lighting. Reptiles need heat lamps, right? Think about it.
Okay.
They never blink during speeches. That's something
Uh-huh.
lizards do. Congress, they move pretty slow. Reptiles are sluggish.
Well, also everyone in Congress is old, so
I mean, that means they must have been alive for a long time, and reptiles have a pretty decent lifespan.
yeah, like 80
for the
years
most
is
part.
how long that most of them have been alive. But anyways, keep going.
Scales. You ever seen how shiny a politician's suit is?
Their suit
Yeah, their suits.
because they
You
got
ever
money.
seen how shiny it is? Yeah. And
What
look,
does that have to do with being a lizard?
according to a completely real study, I just invented 87% of the world leaders exhibit at least 3 reptilian behaviors,
Uh-huh.
right?
Okay.
Such as shedding public opinion and hissing at journalists. And most of them probably like to bask in the sun or have at some point in their life.
Define hissing.
Like, journalists will, like ask a question and they'll be like, hey, yeah, they'll do that.
They'll
Yeah, you
go.
never watched the news? Yeah, you never seen the news?
I can confidently say any time I've ever watched any single like debate or anything, I've not seen one hiss at somebody.
Well, do you know what they do in their free time? Can you confidently say that we don't have to be endangered of lizard people? Because if you think about it, there's been multiple shows and movies that, debate this topic of, they make it that lizard men are running the world, right? But
There's
think
also
about
multiple shows and movies about zombie apocalypse, but we don't live in a zombie apocalypse.
That's true, but wouldn't you say the greatest way to hide something would it be to already just downplay to the mass public that it's happening? Because would you be more likely to believe something that the entire human race just denies, or something that we poke fun at, make shows, movies about, and we make it so ludicrous that we ourselves believe it to not be true, but in reality, it's just a bait switch.
All right. I think we're running out of time a little bit, so I'm going to take over on why I'm going to disagree with you before you use up all my time, so I can't disagree.
I think that's unfair.
So, where's the physical proof? Bodies, DNA, medical records, any of that? No, didn't think so.
You can.
I am willing to argue. You said I think 75% is what you said, right?
I said 87%.
Okay, 87%. I am willing to argue that if 80% of the world government is reptilian people, that this would have already gone out because all governments are horrible at keeping secrets. Think of our government, for example. Remember that whole group chat leak about a military strike?
Well, can you for sure say it was not an intentional leak? You can intentionally leak
I
something
am
to the public
pretty
just to have
sure
it
this
out
would have
there.
been leaked by now. Pretty sure this
How
would have been leaked by now.
Pretty sure
Also,
is not a very confident answer, though, is it?
also, there is no way that they're reptilian people because reptiles are cold-blooded. You did bring up the fact that they like warm lights. However, think of the politicians. A lot of politicians live up north, right, where it's really cold.
I mean, can you back that up?
That the northern
That
part of
the
the
most of them
United States
live
get.
that most of them live up north?
Well, think of New York City. New York City gets really cold in the wintertime.
Yeah,
It
so
gets
does plenty of
really.
regions of the world get pretty cold, but they
Okay,
also get
okay.
pretty hot.
So if that's the case,
We were in
reptilians.
Washington D.C. and it got pretty hot
Yeah,
when
but
we were
since
there, right?
that was during the summer, but if reptiles are
Exactly.
cold-blooded, then they won't be able to move or anything during the cold.
That's not factually true.
They're
They
very
can still
slow during the
move.
cold and everything.
Time is up.
Yes, they're very slow and sluggish.
Time's up?
Back up.
Okay.
That's it.
I'm
Okay.
glad Nick took up most of that.
He actually didn't. He took up.
Really?
Yeah, you came in like right at the halfway point.
Oh, cool.
Hunter.
Yeah.
Birds aren't real.
Okay. Have y'all ever seen a baby pigeon?
Yes.
When?
Actually, no.
Google
Exactly.
images.
You've seen eagles, right? Chickens? But pigeons.
Yeah.
Pigeons are the most common bird on Earth. Somehow, we've never seen the baby pigeons. And that is because pigeons are
I have.
government-issued surveillance units deployed fully assembled.
I literally watched a TikTok video of some guy raising baby pigeons outside of his window.
I think you're lying just for the point of the argument.
Nope, I'm not. And the viewers and listeners will know the fact.
Okay.
They probably saw that TikTok video
Have you ever wondered why birds sit on power lines?
because they got the brain the size of a walnut.
Nope, because they are recharging.
Uh-huh.
They sit on power lines, very still, recharging while watching everything.
Hunter, have you ever seen the insides of a pigeon?
No.
Well, there's nothing mechanical.
Have you
I
seen
can
the
promise
insides
you
of
that.
a pigeon?
I have when I lived on the streets in New York for 3 years of my life. I had nothing to eat but pigeons and rats.
Okay. Let me ask you this, because obviously that was wrong. That was a lie.
No,
But
can you prove it wasn't?
before World War II, did you see any birds?
Yes. My great 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 grandpappy did.
Wrong.
Okay. I guess my grandpappy's
Because
wrong.
before the 1950s, there was less surveillance tech, right? Which means that there were fewer quote unquote birds. After World War II, though, the CIA was founded, the NSA was founded, and the bird population exploded. Coincidence?
Yeah.
Also, Nick,
I hate. Yeah.
why do they know where to fly?
What
Like
do you
migration,
mean?
right? Migration. You're telling me that millions of birds with, and you said this, tiny brains know exact global routes to the same location every year?
Yes.
No,
And I can
that is a
explain that.
GPS. That is a GPS firmware.
Hunter, let's talk about your migration, right?
Okay. Okay.
It's basically literally a built-in compass for them, right?
Yeah,
It's
it's called
based off the Earth's
GPS.
no, it's based off the Earth's magnetic field.
Yeah, and
Birds can
GPS
set
uses magnetic
no.
field. Yes, it does.
GPS
I
does
was
not
almost
use
a
magnetic
pilot.
field.
I was almost a pilot.
And so birds can sense the Earth's magnetic field.
Okay.
It helps them know north versus south, and can sometimes even latitude. Some birds can literally see the magnetic fields due to the special protons called
So
cryphotochromes in their eyes.
you can't even
The
pronounce the
sun.
word. So therefore, all credibility gone.
No, it's not how that works.
So you're
Okay,
telling
look,
me there's a
another one.
compass in their head?
It's called Mother Nature. Okay, Hunter, how do you know that you need to reproduce?
I actually do not need to reproduce.
So you're telling me you have no sexual drive whatsoever?
Not at all.
That's a lie. You're a man.
Have you ever seen me with
That's
a
all you
boner?
think about. I have. I actually
Anyways.
caused it.
Anyway.
Look, we don't talk about the summer of 2017.
And time.
Okay.
Wow, that was an intense round. Wow. All right, Nick, you ready?
Yeah, man.
So at some point in history, the sun was replaced, and it isn't real. These are all actual conspiracies that people believe, by the way.
There's someone who believes that.
Yeah, people believe this.
Oh, so Nick, you're saying that you don't believe that?
No, I'm just so surprised that there's people that don't believe this.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. So, absolutely, the sun got replaced at some point.
Okay.
The sun is about 4.6 billion years old.
That's true.
This is factual.
Right.
And humans, or Homo sapiens,
Right.
are about 300,000 years old. You know,
Okay.
it's time is unaccounted for from when before we walked the earth.
So who
It could have
replaced it
easily
then?
have happened then. Aliens.
Who replaced it? Aliens.
You
Okay.
ever watched Ancient Aliens? It's a
How are
documentary.
how are they able to replace the sun without destroying the Earth?
Well, it's simple. You ever played Stellaris? It's easily.
Oh yes, we are going to use a video game to back up your evidence.
Hey, I mean, the things that they use in there are absolutely hypothetical. As in, like, a Dyson swarm. It
Okay,
is
it's a
proven that
hypothetical.
yeah, but until proven otherwise, that means that's the best resource and information that we can base all of our judgments off of until proven otherwise.
Stellaris is the best way for us to base.
Absolutely.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Alan, I don't know if you hear him, but he's like stunned.
I'm
He doesn't have a
just going to
rebuttal.
say that if the sun was replaced, our solar system would be destroyed.
No, not if they replaced with a different type of anchor for the time being while they replaced the sun. All they needed
If
was
they tried
something
to
of the
do that,
same
then
shape,
something would
not even
collapse.
same shape, same gravitational pull as the sun.
And how did they swap it exactly at the exact same moment without one thing trying to gravitate and go into the other thing?
Science.
Because
You ever
I'm
heard of
pretty
science,
sure
brah?
if you took something that had the same exact gravitational pull as the sun and tried to replace the sun while the sun is still there, then they would rip each other apart.
Nope, not if it's switched instantaneously.
That okay? How would they switch it instantaneously?
I don't know. I wasn't there, but it did happen. So far, you've given no
No, no, no,
great
no.
evidence.
You've given no great evidence on why the sun has been replaced. I'm trying to
If you
figure
think
out.
about it, it's all probability.
Expand
And
on that.
probability. Okay, so let's say it's like you're hosting a game show, right?
Okay.
You have three doors in front of you. One of them
Okay.
holds a grand prize, and the other two don't do anything, right?
Okay.
Your odds of winning the grand prize is what, 33.3%, right? Because there's three
Okay.
doors. And now let's say he goes, "Oh, let's get rid of a door," and he opens up a door, and it's nothing, right? Are your chances now? What are your chances now with two doors?
50-50.
All right, yeah. So now
Okay.
we understand how percentages work by chance.
Uh-huh.
The chance that didn't happen. Well, the sun has been around for 4.6 billion years,
Uh-huh.
while the human race has only been around for 300,000 years.
Uh-huh.
Who's to say a spacefaring civilization did not do that? There's so much time unaccounted for. How could
I'm
you
just
possibly
saying everything would have
know
been
it didn't
destroyed.
happen?
Okay,
I
okay.
mean,
If the sun was replaced, what was it replaced by?
you ever seen Lantern in Toy Story?
You're telling me that the sun has been replaced by a giant lantern?
Yeah, by Pixar. Pixar's behind it.
I am 99% sure if the sun was replaced by a giant lantern, we'd know about that.
What, you ever been to space? Didn't
People
think
have.
so.
However, the sun is constantly being observed. Not just looked at, not just like seen every day outside, but like people are constantly observing it with observatories,
Yeah,
spectro.
it's fabricated.
All right, time.
You're
Obviously, we can't let the truth get out that it's the Pixar lamp.
My God. Oh. Okay, Hunter.
yeah.
So the Titanic didn't sink. The Olympic was sunk on purpose instead while it was disguised as the Titanic.
What? Wait, hold on. Say that again?
Yeah, so
That didn't make
the,
sense to me when
this
you
can
said that. Oh,
this conspiracy theory says that the RMS Olympic was disguised as the Titanic, and then that
uh-huh.
was deliberately sunk, and the Titanic never sank.
Okay.
It's an actual theory.
So I guess we'll just start with the obvious. The Titanic and the Olympic were sister ships, right? Same size, same layout, same vibe. Um, basically identical, right? And the Olympic was already damaged. It's had accidents in the past, so why not use it as like an insurance reset?
That's
I'm
no.
giving you a chance, Nick, to
Well, my biggest way to disprove this all instantly is
uh
the
huh.
passenger manifest. It's pretty simple.
Uh,
And besides, you ever seen the movie Titanic?
yeah,
Exactly.
Leonardo DiCaprio wasn't actually on that ship. Anyways,
What?
No, you're missing the point. The point is, if it wasn't the Titanic, why is the movie called Titanic? Seems this is like pretty good evidence right there on itself.
because they renamed it.
Prove it.
They renamed the Olympic the Titanic.
But the movie's literally called the Titanic. If it was the Olympic, then it'd be the Olympic.
No. They renamed it the Titanic, and so people think the Titanic sunk, but it's actually the Olympic. So they think they made the movie Titanic because it said Titanic on the side of the ship, but it was actually the Olympic because they just renamed it.
Mm, that's a great theory and all, but you ever heard of the ship of Theseus?
Okay. How are you going to tie this in?
So you understand how the ship of Theseus, how it works, right? The concept. If you slowly replace a piece of the boat bit by bit with brand new pieces,
Uh huh.
is it still the ship of Theseus or is it a new boat?
Okay. So where are you going with this?
Obviously, it's still the Titanic. It doesn't matter
I'm not.
It doesn't matter if it was switched, different named. If it's still the Titanic.
Nick, I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying. I'm
I don't think
saying.
you understand.
I'm saying
I don't
that
like
the
you don't
Olympic
value my
was the
time.
ship. The Olympic was the ship that sunk, not the Titanic. Okay. All they did was switch the nameplates.
I don't think you're listening to me, bro.
No, I'm trying. You're saying that,
Clearly, my opponent, he's flustered at this point. I think I should get the automatic win since he can't even build a credible argument anymore. I've already won.
you're not building a credible argument.
I have quoted literature, thank you very much.
Okay, say what you're saying.
That was it. Chip Theseus.
Yeah, what about it?
Now, regardless of what you do, we put a name on something. That's it now.
I'm pretty sure that's not the whole ship of
Nope,
thesis
that's it.
thing, but
It's basically
so
it's
what
trying to
you're
say.
saying that if I take a name tag, write penis on it, and slap it on you, your name is now penis.
Well, only is if everyone else agrees it is.
But what if you don't, but everyone else keeps calling you penis?
It's what the majority believes. That's how the world works.
So you're saying that just because the majority says that, then it's right?
Absolutely. Be a sheep, bro. Don't have free thoughts. Just think what everyone else thinks.
Uh-huh.
Best advice I ever got.
So then your sun argument's not real or not valid because everyone thinks that the sun's there.
No, that argument's done in the past. Points have already been casted, you know?
Yeah, but Alan's the points guy, so he can do whatever he wants.
Oh, I know he's a fair and non-biased judge, you know?
Actually, everyone says that Alan is completely biased.
Alright, time. I felt like both of you were trying to defend different conspiracy theories at the same time.
Dude, right? Like,
So, Nick, there's another conspiracy theory about the Titanic. So,
What?
yeah, because these are in pairs, all these conspiracies, by the way. And you each get ones that are related somehow. So, Nick, J.P. Morgan deliberately sank the Titanic to kill millionaires in opposition to the Federal Reserve.
Okay. I'm backing that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, he did it. I rest my case. It's pretty obvious. Who wouldn't do that in a position of power when your company is thriving, being founded, still making its mark on the world? And all your opponents are conveniently together on a little piece of metal floating in the water? Why? Who wouldn't do that to secure your future, your family's futures for generational income? I mean, I'm hearing nothing from my opponent. I think this is an automatic win.
wait, so you think that J.P. Morgan sunk the Titanic to kill millionaires that opposed the Federal Reserve?
Absolutely.
But the Federal Reserve did not hinge on those men. There's no evidence that says that those men were actively opposing it or anything.
Yeah, but look, hear me out.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, here, look. Morgan was absent for the voyage of the Titanic, right?
Yeah.
This is true. And it's true that Morgan, whose company, the International Mercantile Marine Company, owned the White Star Line had a ticket for the maiden voyage and canceled at the last minute. Think about that seems pretty suspicious if you think about it. Like last minute you cancel your ticket and then conveniently that same voyage the Titanic strikes an iceberg and sinks.
So, how did J.P. Morgan sink the ship?
No, obviously he paid people off. It's not hard to pay people off. Enough money, a man is willing to do almost anything.
But there were many bankers on that ship that supported the Federal Reserve that died on that ship.
Well, you know what they say, sometimes in war there's casualties on both sides. But all that matters is not necessarily the casualties, but the outcome that occurs. And he succeeded from this outcome. I mean, can you deny that?
I can, because there's survivor testimony out there. There's wreck analysis, weather records, navigation error records. There's
That all could
known
easily be
design flaws.
forged. You tell me a record has never been forged before? People have never lied
But
before?
now we can tell that if things are forged or not.
It could be as simple as just lying on the piece of document.
So you're telling me
It
that
can't be
all of
forged.
the
You don't have to
survivors,
forge something
you're
when it
telling me
was
that
just written untruthfully in the first place. It doesn't need to be forged then.
so you're telling me that everyone that survived that got together and all lied about the things that happened.
The ones that mattered knew beforehand, and they were made sure to have those ones be the ones to survive, right? At least the majority.
Okay. Let me ask you this. What evidence exists before 1912 that these men were organizing to stop the Federal Reserve?
Well,
Nothing.
because
Nothing?
they're white.
You got nothing. Oh, because they're white. That's your evidence?
They're white.
That's the evidence?
They're white.
I'm going to end it like this. There aren't any. I rest my case.
Clearly, there are, because look, Hunter.
Uh-huh.
Do you know how many years the human civilization's been around for?
Why are we going back through this?
Throughout all of human civilization, you know how many things have probably been misinterpreted, untruthful, forged, fake, made to suppress the masses or certain groups of people? And he's saying, just so happens that this instance, this isn't one of those. If we're going back to statistics, right? All right, so pretend you're on a game show. There's three doors.
Okay, time.
Right?
Shut up.
Okay.
God.
I think I did pretty good.
I think you did horrible.
Oh my god. My brain is melting. Just listening to this
You did
bullshit.
this,
Oh my god. I shouldn't have done this. But don't worry, because
this is your fault.
It gets even better. Okay.
Next conspiracy theory. Your feet aren't real. Prove it.
No, you're right. I'm not gonna fight that. Alright, Hunter.
Yeah.
The moon is a hollow space station built by ancient aliens.
So, y'all know we landed on the moon a while back, right? Kind of a big deal and everything like that.
Yeah, I can recall that.
Okay. So, when NASA crashed stuff into the moon, it rang for hours. Rocks do not
When
ring.
NASA did what?
Metal does.
Wait, what are you claiming that NASA did?
NASA has crashed things into the moon.
Uh-huh.
And it rang for hours. Like a bell.
Yeah.
Meaning
I'm aware of that.
If when things are hollow, it rings, you know, if you like hit it. Like made out of metal. Metal things that are hollow ring. You get that? Okay, whatever.
Uh-huh.
The moon is way too perfect.
It seems pretty imperfect.
Well, you're talking about the surface itself, right? I'm talking about the size of it, for example. It perfectly covers the sun. It is the
Okay.
exact distance away from the sun and the earth for a total solar eclipse.
Okay, and there's a lot of things in this universe that are perfectly done.
It's
And if it was off by
also
just a little bit, it wouldn't be perfect.
it also controls tides, right?
Yeah, because gravitational pull.
The moon is not natural. It's installed.
What? No. No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, okay. So it's hollow, right? That's my claim.
You want me to disprove your theory of the bell?
Yeah.
The reverberations observed, while they were, like you said, it's pretty unusual, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's easily explained
How?
by the lack of water and the atmosphere of the moon allows vibrations to travel way further and much longer distances, much like a bell. That is the reason why whenever we are in a room, you can hear my voice differently from how far away. Because sound bounces off based off because the planet's atmosphere is the first thing. And
Uh-huh.
also off of other objects. The moon does not, if I'm mistaken, does not have an atmosphere. Or if it does, it is it is close to nothing. And since it's only made of rock, because the moon is primarily made of basalt and other rocky materials with a solid interior and there's no artificial metal or empty space inside. That's ludicrous.
Ah, so you're using the quote unquote official explanation.
It's not official, it's pretty proven.
Bro, the moon's hollow.
I just disproved your vibrations, bro.
Well, allegedly.
It's not allegedly, it's literally science based.
So you're
Can
saying
you
that
do you have
you're
a theory that
saying
disproves factual scientific information?
to you?
I do. I just explained it to you.
Okay, so why doesn't the moon ever turn around and why do we never see the other side of the moon?
The moon does. What are you talking about?
Wait, there's no way you think we see both sides or the entire moon.
What? What?
You know how the
Okay,
moon
hold on.
orbits the Earth, right?
Are you asking me if the moon rotates?
Yes.
Yes, the moon rotates.
And you see the entirety of the moon, not just one side of it.
Okay, look. The moon rotates, but it rotates at the exact same speed that it orbits the Earth.
Yeah,
So it
so
makes
you
it
never see one side of it, is what I'm saying.
yes, but the moon does rotate.
Yeah,
It
well,
just
it
rotates
orbits. Yeah,
coinciding
yeah,
with the
I know
Earth.
that. I know that. I'm saying that you never see the other side of the moon from Earth.
Not from Earth, but you can through other means.
Yeah, but not from Earth. Because it's
Yeah.
monitoring the Earth. It is watching the Earth.
No. Many
Yes.
moons do this across the universe. Just because ours does it doesn't make it any different from any other moon orbiting any other planet.
All right, time.
Did you know that apparently that was the origins of that came from the Soviets in 1970?
Really?
It says Soviet scientists Michael Vanson and Alexander something published an article suggesting the moon might be an alien created spaceship. A concept also linked to earlier ideas about Mars moon phobes being artificial.
That's crazy.
Bro, the Soviets were behind it.
Oh yeah, there was a fun fact about flat earthers that I forgot to mention earlier.
Oh yeah?
Did you know that they recognize all of the other planets to be round.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
What?
Because I recognize them.
Yeah, the Flat Earth Society says that the Earth is flat, but all the other planets are round.
Yeah, I agree.
God, I want to find someone that like genuinely believes that, and then punch them as hard as I can, like in their jaw.
That is battery.
And then after that, go on a boat with them, and we just sail to where they think the end of the world is. And then watch their face as we continue to sail with zero issues. Also, I would like to go for the record that nothing I say here represents me or the United States government in any way. I just like to say that formally.
Okay, well,
And anything I say is just my beliefs or just bullshit that I spout. That'll probably save me from something.
Probably not.
Okay, so now are you ready to defend the conspiracy theory now that you've said that?
It's gonna be about JFK now, isn't it?
No. No, because remember these are paired, right? So last time the moon was hollow. So this time you have to convince us. Yeah, the Earth is hollow, and there's another world inside of it with entrances at the poles.
So we've talked about a lot of things, but this by far is the most. It's not even a theory; it's just a fact. The Earth is hollow, and I mean, look, every claim that we've ever made about the Earth's core is based on indirect measurements, seismic waves, gravity models, and what assumptions. Has anyone actually even seen the core of the Earth? Have you?
No.
Good. Yeah, that's what I thought. And indirect evidence is still interpretation. Interpretation can always be wrong.
Okay.
And look, I'll even break down as to what I was talking about, seismic wave anomalies, right? Because I mean, there's anomalies. We can't disagree with that. It's proven that there is. Seismic waves don't behave uniformly, right? There are shadow zones and irregular fractions, and they don't always match a perfectly solid interior. It's imperfect measurements, and it's been proven not just in the Earth, but just using it in general. A hollow structure with varying layers could explain the unpredictable wave behavior. Because think about it. The way how seismic waves works, if there's a room or space, it won't read properly because of that, right?
So you're telling me that seismic waves and everything like that we use to measure the Earth's core and mantle and everything like that just don't work? It doesn't work correctly?
It doesn't. It's proven. Look it up.
Okay. So why did that argument work for the moon thing?
We're not talking about the moon.
To me, it sounds like you're trying to use
We
this
should have a rule. We can't
for your
backpedal to
own.
other arguments.
I make the rules.
Oh.
But okay, we'll say that your seismic stuff doesn't work. Gravity proves that Earth is not hollow. If Earth were hollow, the gravity would be a lot weaker. Gravity would behave strange near the poles where there's these alleged entrances, and objects would not fall the same way everywhere. If I drop a ball where I'm at and you drop a ball where you're at, if they're the same ball, it's gonna fall the exact same way.
Okay, so your argument is basically the Earth's density, right?
The Earth's mass.
Earth's mass density. It's
Not really the same
okay.
thing,
So gravity then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so look, gravity does not require a solid core. Gravity depends on the total mass, not whether the mass is solid or distributed in a shell. A hollow Earth with mass concentrated in the crust would still produce normal surface gravity. Am I not wrong?
I'm not 100% sure because I'm not a scientist,
I mean, think about it.
and you're not
Like I
either.
said, so if the mass is centralized in the crust, then it
Okay.
would still produce the normal gravity that we would experience. Because that's
Okay.
the argument you're making, right? And I'll
So
even go to the polar caps that you mentioned, right?
right,
North
right,
and
right.
South poles.
Yeah.
So let's say, like, what do you think it would affect navigation or magnetic behavior or whatever, right?
I mean, you would think, yeah.
If the poles are geophysically unusual, they could conceal entrances or structural anomalies.
Okay. So let's say that your theory is correct. Okay.
You mean the facts? Okay.
How is how is there a habitat in the middle of the Earth? Well,
What do you mean
I'm
there's a
waiting.
habitat in the middle of the earth?
I'm pretty sure the argument was,
The earth
oh
is
well,
hollow. That's it.
that it's hollow. No, you're right. But so what's in there? Is it just dead
It's
space?
empty.
There's nothing in the Earth's middle.
No, we even have religion based on that. Multiple ancient cultures independently describe underworld civilizations, not just metaphorically, but geographically.
So
Independent
there
myths
is
regard
something. So you're saying there is
in,
something living in the.
independent myths repeating the same structure suggest shared observation, not coincidence.
Time.
I know Alan's convinced.
I'm convinced of something. I won't say what though.
I see.
Okay, this is gonna be the last round.
Okay.
So two more. So Hunter,
Yeah.
negative human emotions are being farmed by aliens. It's believed by actual people.
Yeah, by Hunter.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, people like Hunter.
Okay. Okay. So aliens are farming human emotions, right? Negative emotions are strangely abundant all over the world. War, social media, traffic, customer service. Tell me that this is not the emotionally hospitable or hostile, I meant not hospitable, emotionally hostile planet imaginable. Why would evolution create this much suffering unless it served a purpose? And obviously, that purpose is for aliens to farm the negative emotions. Pain
Mm.
produces energy, right? Stress raises your heart rate, your adrenaline. Um, it's basically a biochemical output. Aliens don't need oil. They need vibes. Bad vibes. Why are happy people less profitable? Notice how anger spreads faster than joy, fear sells better than hope, and outrage drives engagement. If humans ran this system, it'd be inefficient. If aliens ran it, it's a harvesting algorithm.
Look, let me jump in here.
Okay.
A civilization that can cross galaxies would not power itself on anxiety because that's stupid. Emotional farming is inefficient compared to literally any known physical energy source.
What if they? What if this? We'll just say aliens. What if the aliens find emotions more profitable than other energy sources?
Emotions are literally non-transferable and they're subjective. There is no mechanism for storing them, transmitting them, or converting them into any usable energy.
That we know of.
Period. That's just it.
No, that we know
Plainly.
of. Obviously, humans are not evolved enough to have developed this sort of system, but aliens have. If aliens are able to develop galactic travel, then they have most definitely developed a system to use our emotions as energy.
You cannot mine emotions
We
as if
are a
it's
farm,
iron in a
bro.
mine.
We are a
No.
farm.
Okay,
Think of
look.
it like this. Think of it like this, okay? When we were kids, we were happy, imaginative, right? We laughed. But as adults, we now have bills, deadlines, news cycles. It makes us sad, depressed. We didn't
Okay, look.
grow up. We were plugged into the system.
Okay, so look. Farming literally implies that means you can consistently get it. It's predictable, and the
Uh-huh.
yield is it's optimized. It's optimizational, whatever that word is. You know what I'm saying? Human
Oh,
emotion, human
your
emo,
credibility's
human
gone.
human emotion output is chaotic, frequently self-debating, and often decreases population and productivity. No farmer lets their crop burn itself down every century. That makes no sense.
Hold on. My argument is negative human emotions, and
That's what I'm
human
talking about.
emotions are chaotic, like you said, which is used as energy. The chaotic emotions are human. You said humanity's chaotic, and aliens are using that chaotic energy as energy.
Emotion in general, its output is microscopic compared to stellar radiation, gravitational forces, or even just cosmic background energy.
And how many people are on this planet?
8 billion?
And
If they're a spacefaring
how many
civilization,
of
8
them?
billion is a small number.
Well, how do we know that it's just our planet? What if they have different planets throughout the galaxy with more humans that they're just using as emotional farms? Minecraft, we have a bunch of different farms for things.
That's the
TNT
equivalent of
farm,
that
iron
we've
farm.
no. That's the you're basing this off of. That's the equivalent of is the most optimal resource for us to use potato powered energy versus uranium, coal, fossil fuels. You're saying that is the best resources. We're going to plug a fucking bunch of no, what is it? Oranges? Whatever fucking fruit that you can just plug something into and it generates the tiniest bit of electricity.
We're still basing this on the assumption, though, that we can use these emotions for energy. We can't. We're not smart enough for it or anything. We're not developed enough. Aliens can.
Time.
If aliens needed
Yes,
emotional
I
Time!
won
energy,
that. I
they
100%
wouldn't
won that.
they wouldn't bet the universe on the
Time! He
ancient
said
Time!
time!
primate species.
Minus 1 point for going over.
Go fuck yourself.
Alright, Nick. Last one. Okay. Ancient alien astronauts genetically modified the modern human.
Okay, so look. Obviously, aliens genetically modified us. Because if you look at the steps that humanity has taken, like, for example, us modern humans appear with a rapid leap in cognition, language capacity, and symbolic thought that is disproportionate to gradual atomical change. Nature usually goes in increments, right?
Uh huh.
But humanity jumped. Humanity passed through severe population bottlenecks. A drastic reduction in genetic diversity could represent not just environmental stress, but initial pruning. Think about that.
So you're saying that because we had a technological jump, that we were engineered?
Huge leaps. We're being guided the whole way.
Give me an example.
Well, one of the big examples that people love to use is, for example, the Wright brothers. We
Uh huh.
first took flight in what, 1904, something like that? pretty early on, right? And then
Okay.
within 60 years, we managed to reach our moon, space travel into our moon.
So
That's a pretty big leap.
why would they modify us instead of just designing an entirely new species? Because humans
Because we're
are
basically pets. We're science experiments. It's the same thing that we do with, rats. When we have a product that we want to test to see if it works, we test on them before we do human trials. And
so why haven't
obviously,
they
we're the
followed up?
test for them because the trial's not done. We are guinea pigs to them, and they're just silently observing until they're either satisfied or unsatisfied with the product that they've turned out.
Well, it must be terrible engineering because
Well, look,
humans are
this
designed
goes back
flawed.
to ancient civilizations. Multiple cultures describe beings who descended from the sky, reshaped humanity, destroyed earlier civilizations, and restarted civilization.
Name one.
When unrelated cultures share the same myths and fiction, quote unquote, to reach a shared memory throughout human civilization. How can multiple cultures throughout their space geographically so far from each other
Name one.
all share such similar stories,
Name
separated
one.
by continents? The Egyptians, the Aztecs, the Mayans.
They all said that there was a alien race that went up and all this jazz.
It's even described in religion with the Bible.
Okay, let me ask you this. If we are genetically modified, how come humans share 98.99% DNA with chimpanzees? How
Because
come?
obviously we're
How
genetically
come?
modified from them.
How
It's as
come
simple as
you
that.
can see gradual genetic changes over millions of years?
Because obviously they implemented that. They guided it.
If they implemented it, we would see an insertion point.
The insertion point is way before our time to even see that. And we don't even have, you said it yourself that we don't have the capability to truly understand aliens.
Well, you're saying
They're so far advanced that we just don't even understand it.
You're
This is
saying
your
that the
words.
genetic modification happened whenever we discovered planes and stuff and flight.
I'm not saying that. I'm just using that as an example of how we've been able to do such giant leaps in such short periods of time.
So, because we were able, wait, hold on. So when did the genetic change happen then?
It's hard to say whenever it actually happened. It could have been at
When
the
were
start of
humans genetically
humanity.
modified?
How could we actually ever be able to tell when it actually happened? It could have started before humanity even ever set foot, or after we have already set foot and they encountered us and decided to genetically modify us.
So are you saying that we were created by aliens and put here, or are you saying that
Well, like you said,
aliens found us?
Like you said, we share a high DNA resemblance to chimpanzees.
Right.
They could have easily genetically modified us from chimpanzees.
So they genetically modified a chimpanzee.
They could have easily done
And
that
not
into
us.
us.
So they did to
making
both of them.
Into making us, absolutely they could have.
Okay, time. That's it. There was an amount of points given for each conspiracy.
So we won't find out this episode.
Yep, and one of the contestants won.
Cool. And obviously it was me.
So, Hunter got 36 points.
That feels like a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
I give a lot of points. And Nick got
12.
Got 35 points. It was a close game.
I feel this is unfair.
Well, I
feel like I was targeted.
You can't call that. I almost gave you a point for the Wright brothers argument, but you got the year wrong, so I didn't give it to you.
You're kidding.
It was 1901, I believe. You said 1904.
I was also waiting for him to get the year right.
1903.
Yeah, it was December 7th.
Did we convince you to believe any of these theories?
Yeah, I now believe in all of them.
Oh. Okay.
Oh. Which one would you say was the best argued for?
You know, there wasn't a point in here where I genuinely went, you know, maybe. There wasn't a single point where that happened.
Okay, which one was the worst argued?
Oh, I think I would probably win that.
And why was it this last
my Titanic one? I think my Titanic one was the worst argument.
Oh yeah, you didn't really have an argument for that one. You just kind of.
did not.
You ever heard of ship of thesis?
Okay, well, Nick, it's yours now. You're the host.
What?
Wait, no, Hunter.
Oh, yep, you heard it. You can't take it back. I'm it.
Well,
Hunter
it
is
is
the
mine,
host.
We're doing
and
golf rules.
I would just
Nope, we're
like
doing golf
to
rules.
tell
He
everyone.
already declared me the winner. He declared
Order!
He declared it.
I would like
He
to-
declared it.
I'm going to kick you out of this call and make you eat a bag of dildos.
You do not have that power.
I actually think I do have that power to disconnect. I do have that power to disconnect you.
Oh yeah, well I have that power too.
Anyways, I would like to say that I used AI that entire time. AI was
Chat
my...
GPT carried me.
Yes, actually.
God damn
I
it.
also used ChatGPT.
I wish I could
There's a few
revoke
I
these
did-
points.
There's a few. There's like a third of them I didn't use ChatGPT and I just fully bullshitted.
And I would like to thank the press for getting me this far and not slandering my name on the media, as we call it. I would like to thank the Flat Earth Society and the Hollow Moon Believers. I would like to say screw you, Nick, for losing. And that's all I got. Anything else from Mr. Mackey and Supreme Daddy Stalin?
Actually, yeah. That was a good winner speech. I forgot to do the speeches. So, Nick, do you have a loser speech?
I feel like this was completely one-sided, biased against me. With the amount of negative points that I had received, I should have won. This is a victory stolen from me by the host, who just clearly didn't want me to win. And the next episode is going to reflect of me winning. It's already written. Ancient civilizations have actually already predicted me winning.
Should have been better, Nick. Should have been better.
I was better. But, you know, the non-believers are just too naive to believe what I have to say.
Sucks.
You suck. Penis. Got him! Alan, can you edit in like a really cool soundbite after I said that?
It
That's
depends on
negative.
how I feel
Like a
by the
ro-
time I get through this hour-and-a-half long episode.
Alright, so thank you for watching Impressionable.
Or listening. God, you're such a bad host.
That's negative 2 points.
Come on. I want more. Do it.
Well,
I'll still win.
Okay, negative all of your points for next episode. Alan is the
I'll
winner
still
of next
win.
episode.
I will still win.
Sucks to suck. But yeah, thank you, lovely viewers, for tuning in to this week's Impressionable. As always, I'm your new host, Hunter, with my co-hosts, Alan and anyway, podcast out.